Hello guys, Raven back here with part 7 of our Expedition 33 playthrough. I hope you all are doing well. So I actually had recorded this part previously, but there was some issues with my screen capture software, so I'm gonna have to do it again. So I hope that I'm able to recreate the experience of going through the Destral Village for the first time, because it is a very fun area and I do enjoy it. But I just wanted to let you guys know that I did have to try to record this a second time because technology gives problems sometimes. But we are here in the Destral Village. Our objective is to go into the chief's house and speak with the chief there, but we are going to go ahead and talk to all the NPCs in the area and start off in the bazaar and see if we can't buy some new stuff for our party. So we'll go ahead and speak with this NPC here first. Good old Noko. Alright. Let's go ahead and start talking with people. We fought plenty of dangerous Nevrons already. Alright, so maybe that's some foreshadowing for some enemies that we'll be fighting later on in the game. So after having gone through this the first time, I'm probably not going to be as lost as I was the first, but basically the way that the village is arrayed, there are two sort of rings. So we have this outer ring and this inner ring. I'll probably go along the outer ring first and then go in the inner ring and then end at the chief's house. So hopefully we can streamline this and make this a little bit easy. We're going to go ahead and talk with this merchant over here. That's okay. Why, are you desperate for clients? Alright, he doesn't seem perturbed about that, but alright, for us. Jujubri, huh? I love the names in this. So we're definitely going to go ahead and fight him first so we can get access to some of his inventory, and we'll do it with Mael because she's the lowest level. Go ahead and start off with an offensive switch. On me. Okay, now that he doesn't quite have burning on him, I guess it was only for one turn. So we'll go ahead and do spark to apply some burn.
Flames on me. Some ink.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use our Swift Stride.
Let's dance.
And now that we're in Virtuose stance, we can finish him off with a Fleuret Fury.
Finesse and precision.
Alright, that'll bring her up to 15 in line with Lune, so we're doing very good on getting her up. Alright, let's see what we got. Now, I'm not certain what element this is, but I think this is a weapon for Gustav. We don't have a ton of funds to work with, and we do want these polished chroma catalysts. I'm going to hold off on getting that weapon for now. We are going to get the critical moment. And then we are going to get these 2 chroma catalysts. There are several merchants in this area, so we'll come back if we have the chroma for that, but I'm just going to hold off on that for now. I think we're good on the rest there. So increased critical chance if your health is below 30%. Ideally, that's not going to be the case, but, you know, it's nice to have Victos for every situation. What's the currency here? What use do you have for chroma? Part of the rebirth process. Okay, well that explains why the other merchant wasn't so perturbed that all of his clients were dead. Okay. Go ahead and speak with some more NPCs. Probably shouldn't encourage kids to fight the Nevron, so we'll go ahead and say he's too young. Are you alright? From Lumiere, huh? A classic swindler's trick. Poor guy. Looks like trickery is alive and well, even among the Gestrals. Already speak with this gentleman? Incredible writings and relics of a mysterious group of beings. I believe they are the ones Verso referred to as Lumierans. They're not a myth. Though my searching days are long past, I am grateful to all the new searchers who helped this old Gestral add this marvelous and definitive collection of Lumieran writings. Moshi the Searcher, year 43. Fascinating. Yeah, we do have a couple expedition journals. I'm not sure we'll be back anytime soon, but I definitely will. Alright, so if my experience with games is up to snuff, if we give him all of the journals, we can probably get some type of collectible from him. So definitely go ahead and make sure we come back here at some point. I won't sell you nothing. Alright, the double negative. So will you sell me something or you won't? Alright. Fair enough. Maybe he's just a jerk. Okay, and what's going on over here? Gestrals certainly have charm in spades. I can really appreciate that. We got a large one here. I don't remember in the Tale of Camelot Excalibur shooting lasers, but far be it from me to pass up a laser sword for only 1,000 chroma. A wooden stick, huh? At least it's a quest item. I'm sure that we can give it to a Gestral kid somewhere to complete a quest. That'll be cool. Alright, let's go in here. Cliche, but okay. Alright, let's do it. A shakedown? You don't know how to pick your marks, do you? Looks like we're about to give you guys a lesson. Also, my pockets are much diminished after my recent expenditure. Alright, so we'll go ahead, get the burn, and then we'll apply a mark.
Take him down.
Okay, So he's already marking, so let's go ahead and put some more immolation on him. And then that means we can Swift Stride with Maya. And nice, we get the mark so we can do extra damage on our attack. We should burn. Perfect. Oh, I thought Lune was at level 15. Alright, cool. So that should unlock us a new merchant. Okay. This one is a weapon for Mael. Virtuous stance on breaking any shield. That is pretty good. But Healing Mark is amazing, and that fits the sort of build that we're going for. So we're definitely going to grab that. I do really want this, but we are running low on Chrome, and there's other stuff that we have to buy. Plus, knowing what I know, we are going to get a new weapon for Mael at the end of this area, so I'll hold off on that for now, though I definitely would not fault you for buying that, because that is very good. Okay, let's see what Lune's Lumina situation is. So we definitely can't slot Burning Mark, because that's super expensive. But either one of these we can go ahead and unslot. So I will go ahead and just do Critical Burn, and we will do Healing Mark. And then we do still want Critical Burn, so... If we had one more Lumina point, then I would definitely just take off Staggering Attack and Dodger to give her Critical Burn. She doesn't shoot very much either, so this is fine. Okay, and once she masters that, we'll put it on Mael as well. Okay, so we got some more of their little automatons that they build. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any merchants or anything. Well, there's a merchant right there, but we will talk with him in a minute. Okay, cool. What are you working on? Alright, I guess I don't like to be bothered very much when I'm working either, so that's fair enough. What are you building? Alright, these guys don't really seem in the talking mood. Well, this one's not hammering, so... hello again. I meant to thank you for guiding us to the village. That depends. Are your Sakapatats going to keep attacking us? Then no. Alright, how can I help? The Ultra Ultimate. Alright. I respect your ambition. Do you have something in mind? Sounds like you need better gunpowder. I could see that during our fight too. You definitely need something stronger. I know just the thing. It's not only more powerful, but it's easy to carry. You want the mushroom spores, the blue kind. We cultivated them in Lumiere, and they have quite a lot of interesting uses. Guess I'm looking for a cavern with a large body of water. Okay, so we pick up a side quest there. I believe that that is one of the optional areas that we can go to. It may be back in the Flying Sea, but I'll go ahead and look into that at some point. Got all of their little creations here. Did I already talk to this guy? Sounds like fun. Okay, we got this gentleman over here. His gesture looks very depressed. What are you doing? Don't be too hard on yourself. Josh will seem more excited by attacking than defending. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
Yuroto salampe. Vega wiru kumi pomike haseru. Pomigeli sarakipu. Yuroto salampe. Vega.
Don't worry about it. I'm glad you clarified that for me. I was wondering if you actually ate Nebrons. Alright, we got a merchant here. Yep, let's trade. Okay, so we gotta find an expeditioner. So there's gonna be another party member that we can bring back and hopefully get stuff from that store. But we definitely gotta buy the cosmetics. And those are for Gustav. Perfect. Sheer perfection, 10 out of 10. This is peak. Well, this is the peak male physique right here. So we'll go ahead and let Gustav rock that for a little bit. I love the hair physics on this outfit as you run. All right, let's see what the kids have to say. That's great, but are you sure these Sakapataps only attack Nevrons? It's a wonder you guys have survived this long. Even their kids are very much about the fighting. What is there? A kid stuck somewhere? I think there is some climbable pieces in this area, so I will definitely come back.
Hello?
Oh, there he is. Actually, let me see. There was... Definitely come back to the fighting ring. I just want to grab this really quick so I don't forget about it. I'm already breaking my rules. Okay, well I found it the first time, so we will come back to this. Remind me. And if I forget, I'll put it in post. Alright, let's go ahead and talk with the two NPCs here. Dépassé. I don't quite know what that means. I think I'll stick with the old method for now. Okay, speak with this one. Not really. Jousting is still fighting. Exactly my thoughts. Well, guess you say what you gotta say for the kids. So if we come around here, there is, I believe this is a color of Lumina over here. Yes, perfect. And there's nothing else in this area for us to grab, so we'll just go ahead and continue on. Man, I really want to go grab that kid right now. Oh, and there's... Oh, that's... I thought that purple flame that they have right there was an item for a second. Oh, we didn't speak with this guy. A little foreshadowing for what we're going to be doing later. And right here we have some more NPCs. Alright. We've got a little makeshift infirmary here. Oh, sorry buddy, I meant to hit the E key. Guess they'll die then. I mean, we've already found out that they can be reborn, but that still does cross chroma, so if you can heal them, that's probably what you should do. It's another reference to eating Nevrons, but the other one said it was just an expression.
Grindavi.
Okay.
Ega wiru kumi pomi kera sere. Ega wiru kumi pomi kuro mama mu. Wira foserito kuro mama ki putura kinasari. Ega wiru kumi pomi kuro mama mu. Ano fomi kiri sakara ki pulero marifisu tomo. Yuki tome naru pokita. Ano fomi kiri sakara ki pulero marifisu tomo. Yuki tome naru pokita. Firasevu nuko. Ano fomi kiri sakara ki pulero marifisu tomo.
Sorry. That was surprisingly deep. Oh. Oh, I thought we could talk to this one. Well, there's this one right here.
Ega wiru kumi pomi kera sevu. Ega wiru kumu pomi kira sevu liumi.
It's a bit gloomy. Alright, so if we come back here, we can actually pick up another expedition journal.
Teo, 52nd expedition. Man, I could barely think straight. Hulking just shot broke my skull. What the fuck kind of friendly fight was that? Oh, I'm bleeding out, but their medic is bloody useless. He just keeps telling me about his bone problems.
Alright. So another journal for our gestural friend in the market. I may just run and give that to him off camera, but I don't know if there is any incentive to just turn them all in at once, or if that's the sort of thing where we can come back. And I really want to go grab that kid, but I'll stick with my plan. I want to get all types of sidetracked if I don't. Alright, so here we have the arena, so we can talk with a couple NPCs.
Caro parfait. Testalo. Ege paspa. Ja. Gemomina. Ivek. Gega. Doko.
For Golgra, huh? Okay. Speak with these ones over here.
Ito ni sogega wiro. Noko no cafete toro. Sito lampe ubana. Cafe toro lisillo.
Power bomber from the stratosphere.
원래 먹지 말요 솔로 갔지.
Alright. So we can't, I mean, we can talk with both of those NPCs right there, but that's for a little bit later down the track, so we'll speak with this one. Alright, so we can do an optional fight here if we just say no, and then yes. Alright. Well. Had a mark for Lune. Oh, for my Ellid, it seems. So he's already burning, so we can go ahead and just swift stride.
Fire.
A storm is coming.
And then we'll go ahead and electric. And well, we'll go ahead and ice lance actually. Okay. One shot, and we should be able to take him out with a basic attack. He's certainly changed his tune. We'll just tag this flag so we can come back to it later. And then actually we do have some leveling up to do for Mayal and Lune. We'll go ahead and upgrade that. So she's up to 358 speed. I think she has a Pictos that's giving her some additional. That's why she's going ahead of Lune now. Yeah, because she's only getting 7 from her Pictos, but that's fine. And then I did remember I had grabbed a new skill for Lune. It would be nice to have some earth damage just so that we have some elemental versatility. So I will go ahead and do that. And then we're going to assign the skill. It is nice having an additional fire skill, especially with the Mark synergy. But we do have ice damage and thermal transfer, so I'll get rid of Ice Lance. That way we have some elemental coverage. And then I don't think Mael has anything. Yeah, no, we're gonna save up her points and go down this path. Though I did want to quickly change back Lune's weapon to the Demonarum, so our lightning skills cost less. Okay, speak with this guy before we forget. Matthew the Colossus, huh? Okay. What do we got over here? Huh? Well, I don't think that any of our characters are going to be able to do this. This is probably something that we come back for. So that is something to keep in mind as well. Let's continue on here. I'll just quickly take a look in this house. Doesn't look like there's anything there for us to do. That's part of the inner ring, so we'll continue going out of here. What's happening here? That's an understatement. Alright, well, I like to think that we're pretty tough, so we can handle ourselves. Let's see what we got going on here. Alright, let's see if he says anything different. Alright. Okay, so actually the game just crashed on me, so hopefully, man, the tech issues are really plaguing me today, but hopefully we can continue on. Everything seems to be running stable now. I don't know what sort of hiccup that it had, but I don't see any items or anything that we can grab here. Let's go ahead and talk with these NPCs. Truly no holds barred, like the guy over there said. They trade double dyad cards. Doesn't look like they'll stop anytime soon. Okay, maybe that's something that we can look at later on. Okay, got a nice little casino right here. It's impressive, you're quite the hard worker. I don't know if that will necessarily be the case, but I hope we'll be alive to see it happen. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go over this way. There is a special Pictos that you can get by speaking with... I don't know if there's any other... Yeah, no. Okay, it's just this one gestural here at the end. I don't personally, but we do for the Pictos. So it would technically be the same chance over a long period of time. It would equalize back to normal. But the answer that he's looking for is I don't care. Alright, so 50% chance to deal half damage or double damage. like I said, I'm not really a gambler, so I will probably not slot that, but if that's your sort of cup of tea, more power to you. And we do get an item over here, Rico, so we can go ahead and respec some of our characters with that. We're just stocking up on them for if we find something special down the line. Okay.
あのフォミケリサからキーポレロナイティストもウィラフォセリトコロバマキポトラキナサ
Why, what's there?
コマウィラフォシマトマールキートメナルボキダエガウィルコミコミケラセルフォセリト
Thanks for the update. Alright, so we'll go over here to the theater, and we'll jump up here to start, so that we can come over and grab some chroma.
Great.
And, well, now's a good time to test that there actually is no fall damage. Oh, never mind, we have to use the rope. Alright, fair enough. And then if we come over here behind the stage, we do get some more chroma, which is nice because we're quickly running out and there's items to buy. We'll speak with this gesture right here playing the guitar. Doesn't want to talk? That's fine. It's a nice song. Alright, we'll speak with some of the people in the crowd. A visionary. Alright, it's nice to see Jestrel's appreciating art. But it does kind of just look like a smaller arena. Alright, well, I appreciate the compliment, buddy. Alright, well, I was not expecting that. Maybe we can actually dance. Can't look away. That is very impressive. The kids seem to be enthralled as well. They're watching so respectfully. Here, I thought they'd already be shouting. Okay, they just don't shout all the time. Okay. Alright, we got another merchant here. Huh? Alright. Looks like we're gonna have to find another party member in order to get that. And then I didn't talk with these guys. Probably a safe bet for the Gestrels. I think that's part of the inner ring. So, man, I'm all twisty-turvy around. Okay, so we came from there. Yes, that is part of the inner ring. So we'll continue on this way. Okay, it says turn back, but we don't listen to directions around here. We'll speak with this Gestrel here. We saw the store before. What's with the huge manor inside? So you've never been teleported to the ominous, perfectly maintained manor? Alright. So we can actually go through here. There are a couple of things that we can do here. So in order to open this grate right here and progress further, we have to find some things that we interact with. So it's going to be this statue here, this pan here, and then this candelabra here. So this door is currently locked, but with those we can go ahead and drop down here. Nothing to grab in this room, though we do see Gestrel had broken in here and ate quite a lot of food. So apparently some Gestrels are able to get in here. But we'll go ahead and go over here. We can come back this way and open the door for a shortcut. Oh, wrong button. And then we will progress over here, do have a new haircut for Mael, so I'll go ahead and quickly show that off. I do rather like her artist haircut slightly better though, so we'll go ahead and keep that one. Luna, you scared the piss out of me. I thought that was an enemy that I didn't remember. Alright, so we can't get through here. But if we go back, oh, I almost missed this item.
Nice.
Shape of energy, so for some more energy tint, which I will maybe use at some point. So we can go back this way, open a new door in the manor. So this is the same manor that we found Mael in. I did also forget there is a secret little puzzle for an item over here, so I will quickly show that. Okay, so we are going to have 4 of these little interactable objects. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we can go ahead and
Nice.
grab a new music record for camp. See this nice little art room. And that is it for the manor for right now. As we progress through the game, I imagine that there will be more various doors that we can come back and be teleported to. But for now, you can't teleport from this flag. If you go out the manor's main doors, it'll just kick you out from wherever you had initially entered. So we'll get back to the Gestural Village. Alright. I don't know, do we speak with this guy?
Omigiri nasaki potora masai kanobero. Ega wiru kumipomi kera sevu.
What's a gestural hero?
Omikira sevu.
Okay. Cool. Sounds like a good aspiration. So, I think for things to work out better, it probably makes sense to talk to this guy first.
Oseri.
Your house is quite empty.
Kitwakatu maru maru lako monono.
Huh?
Wira foseri tokoroba maki potora kimasaru.
Well, I was not expecting a nihilist gestural, but I mean, cycle of fighting and rebirth and fighting some more can seem a bit, it can definitely put a damper on the spirits.
No need to manorokape.
Show me some philosophy then.
Bito savajina piga.
That's just stating facts, my friend.
Monoseko. Iradomo.
Alright. Fair enough. There may be a, like a reference to a set of philosophers that I'm not quite grasping there, but it's a fun little interaction nevertheless. Whatever floats your boat. Me too sometimes, buddy. Alright, we got another one here. I sure do. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go, trying to think counterclockwise to continue on here. This one's very tall. Die? You seem excited. So I guess those really were dead gestrals back there. Seems like a great honor. Okay, we do have an item back here.
Well,
Other color
that will
aluminum.
help.
Just going to help for sure. Okay. So he's got an item back there, but we can't get into his house presumably until he moves. And I haven't found out a way just yet to get him to move, so we'll table that for a later date. I just want to make sure I didn't... Okay. I thought Gestrals were not affected by her power. Another expedition? You remember their number, their name? Okay. Fair. Okay, we already did that. There's nothing in this little corridor here. I'm still looking for that rope for that kid. I would definitely want to do that. Nothing here. I just want to check to see. Okay, there's nothing back here either. Okay, I see the reference. Alright, alright. You're pretty slick. You're pretty slick, game developers. Okay, what do we got over here? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. A lot of empty houses. I don't know if that's supposed to be some meta commentary on the state of how the Gestrals are doing in their war versus the Paintress, but... Okay. Run back through this area. Okay, we talked to that guy already. Let's speak with these guys.
Oh, Nelly. Iluti.
Hola.
Amiva. Oh, Mali. Fissionago Milula.
Ah.
Hope this doesn't escalate for this poor guy. Should be able to handle it. Okay, let's see. Here. I believe this is where we have to go. Let's quickly talk to these guys first. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's go up here. So if we run across this rooftop here, grapple across, we can jump over this way. We'll have a good bit of platforming. Okay. And we can go and speak with this kid over here.
Tomerico. Willa. Isa?
Okay, so then we got the Sakapatat uniform for Lune as well, but I think we'll keep her in her expedition uniform. I like that for her. We already spoke with those, so let's continue on in the interior. Okay, we already spoke with the Gestrals in the market.
Ah, tous comme Willow, fausse équipe.
The 1-inch punch, alright.
Amiva. Sanisuru.
Brush kick.
Dimmasano Vero. Tomerico.
Oh, you don't have a special move, kid? Well, they're definitely not going to take him. The others seem much more enthusiastic. You sound way too eager about getting beaten up. Alright, fair enough. Good for you. Alright, that should be everything. I hope it was a quick and dirty run through of the village, just so that we got everything that we can to experience. We can speak with these last two NPCs here. As long as one of them lets us in. And then I don't believe we can. Yeah, no, we can't talk with any of these guys. So we'll go ahead and just speak with the leader.
Maldito de warrior. ¿Tú me cubas primates a capata?
Yeah, definitely. It was first try too, 100%.
It wasn't that strong.
Naru, poquito de mi respecto. Mi cosuli?
Are you the chef?
Gorogito bota? Un poquito le romani? Dumba el caca expediciono. Cato matomaro.
There are so many questions I'd love to ask.
We need to get to the paintress. Noko said you could help us cross the sea.
Humano. Pincorinco tempentres.
Others have passed through here.
Dumba el caca expediciono. Cato matomaro. Gorogito bota? Un poquito le romani?
A white-haired man destroyed it.
Surimoto priva. Me respecto.
You know him?
Io sano villaggio. Huila foserito. Blofo. Ok. Sano vivo bota. Huila foserito eskie. Nima Cuba. Rico eskie coraniso gama watero.
So SKA exists?
Kimotira. Esquiero fotupoquiso. Kinikako warrior lito gaki. Ikokio paswordito.
Why?
Esquie tiraroso. Opo esquiere un marifiso. Esquie kimabano fumigeri. Amigiza irresponsibile. Kibarico que me esquie.
We already defeated your ultimate sacapatat.
Ki, ma, sumi, cara, rito te sakima regian del tornamento. Surimoto priva. Aiko. Sano regiandari wariaro. Zam zam. Herodura.
What is this tournament?
Tomo de arena. Look to me stranger.
The stranger?
Dumba el caca expediciono. Maldito de warrior.
Alright, so we already done everything, so we can go to the arena.
Tuki tuve mi respecto. Mi
Lead the way.
Okay. So we have to enter the tournament, so we can go ahead and speak with this NPC over here. Alright, count us in. Got it. Bertrand Big Hands. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and pick Mael because she's the lowest level.
Finesse and grace.
Okay, and we'll just go ahead and offensive switch to start. Apply defenseless.
Ready to parry.
You know, his hands don't look that big to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Okay, so he is already burning, but he's only gonna be burning for one more turn. I think we'll do a spark just to make sure that he's burning for several turns.
I'm ready.
Okay, so now we're in defensive stance. We can go ahead and switch try to get to Virtuose. And he'll die to the burn. Perfect. Alright. Go ahead and continue on. Continue with Mael.
On me.
Okay, so same thing. Offensive switch to apply defenseless. Good counter damage. Alright, so we are in offensive, and she's already low, so I think we can get away with a Fleuret Fury.
Okay.
Oh. Alright, I messed that one up a little bit, but we can just attack. lost out on a little bit of XP there. That's fine. Matthew the Colossus. Alright, Maya, you're up. This guy just has a knife on his arm. Ooh, alright, that came in a little quicker than I was expecting. Alright, we'll go ahead and offensive switch. Okay. Nice. Apply our spark. Ooh. Alright, I see your little feint attack. Alright, let's switch stride. And he dies to the bird. Perfect. Alright, well, I think we just had the stranger that they mentioned last. Alright, Mael, bring us home.
Wait, that's...
Ciel?
What? How? You guys? You're alive! I thought I was the only one left. I knew you were resourceful. How did you get here? They're expecting a bit of a show. Shall we?
Man, I love Ciel's weapon. So cool. Oh, the double hit. Alright. So we'll offensive switch. Ooh. Got me on the last hit. Alright, so let us go ahead and spark.
Let's dance. Let's dance. I can do it.
Alright, well, luckily we can just go ahead and take her out with a... Okay, all of these deal low damage, so let's just switch stride. Okay, perfect. Pretty easy fight. I did terribly, but we still we still won. Alright, so we get a weapon for Mael. Oh. And she gets to show off a little bit for her adoring public.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it really just felt like beating old people.
So it wasn't so bad.
Am I one of those old people?
One day, I hope. Hey, how'd you end up here?
Oh, after the beach, I ended up in an odd yellow forest, not too far from here. Had to dodge a few Nevrons, but luckily I met a Gestrel who guided me here. What about you?
Well, I woke up next to a waterfall and...
We can talk later. Let's get back to Golgra.
Good old Lune keeping us on track, keeping us honest. Alright. Let's go ahead and play Ciel's tutorial just so we can figure out how to use her. counter up. So CL has a mechanic called Foretell, where she can stack up on an enemy by using her skills. If she generates Foretell, it gives you a Sun Charge, and if she consumes Foretell, it gives you a Moon Charge. So we'll go ahead and use our Focus Foretell. If they don't have any of it on them, it applies 5, otherwise it applies 2. So, and we'll also get a Sun Charge from this.
Here's your card.
I'm waiting.
So we have the Foretell from our previous skill. So while we have a Sun Charge, we gain an AP per Foretell that we spend. And while we have a Moon Charge, we gain an AP per Foretell that we apply. So it kind of works with reverse synergies. So our Moon skill is Twilight Slash, and it consumes the 5 Foretell that we have on this to deal additional damage. And it'll give us a Moon Charge.
I saw your future.
That attack always gets me by being slow. So if we have both charges, we get Twilight for 2 turns, which gives us more damage, and we get twice as much Foretell that we can have, and twice as much Foretell that we apply. So we'll go ahead and apply more with Focus Foretell. This should give us 10. But this will also kill it, because we've been doing some counters.
Here's your card.
Yeah, pretty fun mechanic with CL. I quite like it. So CL is not technically in the party. I've done some thinking, and I think we'll go ahead and remove Gustav and put CL. We'll run with the girls for a little bit. I kind of like their mechanics a little bit better, and I just ended up having Gustav basically just shoot and attack. So we'll go ahead, and we only have the basic stuff for CL. I'll quickly take a look at what pictos I want her to have, and then I'll get right back to you. Alright, so I went ahead and gave her Augmented Counter, Dead Energy, Rewarding Mark, and the Shell, because she is kind of like a mage, so just having the protection is nice. And then I slotted Critical Moment so we can begin to master it, and then Augmented Attack just in case we need to hit with her, and Lifesteal. We also have some upgrades to do. Here's her unique weapon. Let's quickly go ahead and take a look at Mael's new weapon. Start in Virtuose Stance. And this one, critical hits apply burn. Starting in Virtuose just means we deal extra damage, and look at that, that's a beautiful looking weapon, so we'll go ahead and rock with that for a little bit. And then we'll talk with the Chief and end the video by upgrading sales skills.
Champion! Laco. Estás gordito, eh? Get out my way!
The password is get out of my way.
Very gestural.
Very gestural-ish.
Es que Nesto te soquiman villaggio. Suniso, topo kisolero. Rico pasfordito coranisu. Suniso gamabibe topo.
As loud as we can. Got it.
Thank you for everything.
Io sano biboture.
Gestural positivity is so heartwarming.
Una fosse. Rito de bagdoro ana. Rico femi coranisu.
Thanks, Chef.
Alright, so you can ask Golgra to a duel, but she has several fast multi-hitting attacks, and if you... Okay, well I didn't mean to hit that. If you get hit by any one of them, she will one-shot you, so that's something that we will come back for later. I did try several times off camera and was unable to get that to quite work. So let's go quickly hit up the expedition flag. And we will go ahead and... We do need a fast character. We could make that CL. I think ideally what we're gonna do is that we will respec Mael and make her our agility character, and then CL can be luck as well. So let me quickly do that, and I will see you guys in a second. Alright, so I did go ahead and pick up a couple of skills. She's got a really great skill tree with a lot of buffs for allies, some great single target damage. But what I ended up going with, I gave her the ability to apply Rush to the party, so that's going to increase all of our speed, which is very nice. Phantom Blade for a break skill that can deal high single target damage, which is nice. Harvest, she can heal herself a little bit and consumes more Foretell to heal more. This one allow us to apply a bunch of Foretell to burning enemies, which Lune is really good at applying. This one is it was really just a stepping stone, but being able to have an AoE is pretty nice. And then this one right here, being able to double an ally's damage for each turn, I feel like CL and Lune are going to be really, really good friends. So we'll go ahead and slot those skills. Okay, so we basically just picked up all the new skills that we get. We do have skills that apply Foretell and ones that consume them anyway with the ones that I picked up, so I think that's going to be good. And so she has 375 speed. She is a little bit faster than Lune. Ideally, we'll have Lune go first so that she can apply that Foretell on all of the enemies, though we can just have her deal double damage for Lune, which is nice. So we'll go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna go ahead and end off there, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to recreate a little bit of the magic of going through it the first time, and hopefully my technical troubles will be done so we can move forward without that. But thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.